Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, so for today, Power and Iron Up, as we open up, it's got this kind of good multi-joint movement stuff we talked about before, which is going to be 3 rounds of an 8 and 8 body weight Cossack squats, right? So with that, if you want to hold dumbbells, you probably can, but the ultimate purpose here is not to necessarily load your muscle up. It's to allow your muscle to get to the end range, let all of your joints warm up, let everything get moving at that point. Then you got 12 lightweight dumbbell RDLs, exact same thing. Go to the end range. You're not letting it stretch, but it's as close to a stretch as possible. You're kind of letting that weight pull that muscle fiber a little bit longer and then contract, bringing it back up. And then last, you got 30 seconds of slow, smooth bike or row. Or if you don't have either of those options, then you can just go for a nice easy jog, 30 seconds out, minute out, somewhere along those lines. Rest is needed between rounds. Part 2 is pretty cool. So the setup on this is you're thinking, I'm sprinting, I'm getting after it, then I'm gonna take this rest, then I'm gonna turn around and repeat this effort plus a little bit of extra. So the way it's gonna work is you're gonna do 10 power cleans at 50 to 55% of your 1 rep max, which shouldn't be super heavy. It should be difficult, right, for reps, moving fast. It should be very athletic. So 10, as fast, as powerful, as aggressive as possible. Then 2 minutes, as many reps as possible, cows on either a bike or a rower, or sub in a 400-meter run. So obviously you're not doing as many steps as possible or anything. At that point, it's 400 meters as quickly as possible. Out, back, 200 out, 200 back. When you get back, then you're gonna knock out 5 power cleans. So now, in the front end, you were moving athletic. Now you kind of wore it out a little bit. You wore out some of that glycogen, got that cardio going. And the goal is to turn around and let these last 5 be as strong and as athletic as the first 10 as well, right? And you want to say that without Freuding if you can. It's a challenge. Challenge up to you, your court. All right, so 5-minute rest after that. Then you're going to knock out the exact same thing we talked about. 10 power cleans, either a 400-meter run or 2 minutes rowing as quickly and as strongly as feasibly possible to keep a continuous intensity for 2 minutes, 2 minutes rowing or 2 minutes bike, and then 5 power cleans again. And so I started off at right around 50% on the first portion, and then I rested 5 minutes. I felt a little warmed up, a little bit stronger, and I went up to the 55% for the second portion. So I would rather step up my intensity as I'm getting stronger and feeling more athletic than I would have to necessarily step it down. So start a little bit moderate, work hard. Then if you want to increase your weight just a touch on the back half, keeping it strong, keeping it fast and athletic, you're good to go. Part 3 is going to be 4 rounds of 100-foot banded side steps, 10 seated dumbbell deadlifts, and then 10 heavy abs, right? So whatever you want to do in there, good to go. Rest 1 minute between rounds. Part 4, lag and muscle, mobility major, hit it up. Fitness and sport. Part 1 is 5 rounds, as many reps as possible the entire way through of 1 minute of continuous rowing for calories. You probably could do a bike as well, and if you don't have either of those, 200-meter run, okay? So 200-meter run for that sub out, and then you come back 1 minute rushing kettlebell swings. And then you're gonna take a 2-minute rest. So you basically got these 2-minute chunks where you're trying to keep the intensity really high, really safe, really athletic, but really high, continuous motion. And then you need to take that full-on 2-minute rest and then ramp it back up, 2-minute rest. 5 times through, so it's gonna take you a little bit to get through the whole thing. Then part 2, 4 rounds, banded side steps again with some burpees. We got the glutes hot, we're gonna keep the athleticism, keep the glycogen going, resting only 20 seconds between rounds. So just a little bit of extra there for you, TDY. All right, for TDY, we got 3 rounds again of the 8 and 8 body weight Cossack squats, right? And so, speaking of Freud's, Santi could not handle me saying Cossack, so there you go. Cossack is the new way to say this. If it's not how you say it, Google it, say it however you want, too easy. 12 lightweight dumbbell RDLs at that point, and again with the RDL, the focus is not this giant press forward knee bend. It's almost not a straight knee, a little crease in the knee, but really send your butt back. Feel your hamstrings elongate, feel them contract and pull back together. And then again, you got the 30 seconds of slower, smooth bike, row, run, whatever you want to sub in there. Get the body moving, get the heart rate going. Part 2, 4 rounds of 8 dumbbell power cleans. If you have decently heavy dumbbells. If you don't, bump it up to 12. You could go all the way as high as 16 if you wanted, but make sure it's a solid effort for 8. If 8 is the weight you're using, it should get you a little bit winded. If not, increase your reps a little bit. 12, no more than 16. 30-second sprint, all out on a row, on a bike, or a run, and then you're going to take you a minute to a minute and a half rest between rounds. Obviously less rest, a little bit more intensity, a little bit higher rest, maybe a little bit heavier weight. Figure out how to scale appropriately in there. Part 3, 4 rounds, 12 and 12 of abductors while lying down. Go over to the MHT Daily IG right after this to get a movement demo where Katie knocks them out. 10 seated dumbbell deadlifts, 10 dumbbell sit-ups, 2 easy rest 1 minute between rounds. TBY, remember guys, last week we're doing TBY unless you contact us and you need it. Otherwise, we're going to keep TDY. We got the other programs. Hoo-yah. Here we go. TBY, part 1, 3 rounds, 8 and 8. Bodyweight Cossack squats again. 12 flat back, straight leg, toe touches. 3 seconds down, 3 seconds back up. 30 seconds jogging in place or run out and back. Too easy. Part 2, 4 rounds, tuck jumps, 100-meter sprint, 100-meter walk back. So it's kind of plyometrically as bodyweight explosive as we can get here. Full on sprint, walk your way back. Too easy. Part 3, 4 rounds, 12 and 12, abductors again, Superman pulses, sit-ups, rest 1 minute between rounds. Enjoy the workout. Friday's a lot of fun as well. Hope you guys are enjoying it all week. Hoo-yah, never quit.